All right, guys, good old boy 32 here. Check it out. If you want to hear a rant, this is mine on New Jersey, and it's because of people like this. Stephen Sweeney, the Senate president. Quote, if someone wants to kill someone, normally they're going to do it. Unfortunately, he said, making it legal for everyone to carry concealed weapons isn't the answer. You want to hear this rant? It's coming up right now. Here we go. All right, guys, good old boy 32 here. Check it out. So if you guys are following my channel, you know I'm not a news channel. I'm a guy who enjoys shooting. I enjoy learning about competition shooting, a bunch of tactical stuff, and building guns and things like that. If you're here to celebrate the anti-gun movement, well, you're in the wrong place. But if you want to learn something about New Jersey, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, New Jersey, then you're in the right place. So let's do this. So first of all, here we go. New Jersey. New Jersey used to have a governor. His name was Chris Christie. Now, Chris Christie was probably not the best governor in the entire world. I mean, let's all face it, he had some of his faults. But what he did do is he vetoed just about every anti-gun bill that came from the Senate and the Congress of the state. So let's talk about another guy, the new governor. His name is Phil Murphy. And I'm going to write his name right here so everybody knows who Phil Murphy is. Phil Murphy is the new governor of New Jersey. Phil Murphy has claimed to do is he is going to go back and he's going to sign every piece of legislation that is anti-gun. So he is an anti-Second Amendment person, big time. Now, what's he gonna do? I'm gonna tell you exactly what he's gonna do. Here we go. So I wrote these down so I wouldn't forget them. He's going to enact bipartisan sensible solutions such as keeping guns out of the hands of gang members and domestic abusers. I think those are already in place. Are they not? So what additional laws are you going to implement and sign into law that are already on the books, but you feel like there has to be more? And we're going to, here we go. You ready? Here's some more. Mandate gun safety training. No one should be able to purchase a firearm without first attending a gun safety training course. I agree with that to an extent, but it should be a voluntary thing. For you to mandate that anybody has to go to a safety course in order to protect themselves is bullshit. It's a smart thing to do, but it's bullshit. Here's another one. Promote smart gun technology. Okay, so there was a lady named Loretta Weinberg who brought the legislation and sponsored a bill. It was a smart gun bill. And basically what it said was that any time there was a smart gun technology that was developed, that all guns sold thereafter, a 3-year period, they had a 3-year period, every gun sold in New Jersey had to incorporate some type of smart gun technology. There was a guy down in Maryland who was going to actually start selling because he thought it was a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, what he didn't know was New Jersey had this rule. Hell, the guy received death threats. NRA is opposing of it, but because it's not a proven safe feature on a gun. What if it goes wrong and you end up getting shot because somebody dumbass gangbanger who doesn't give a shit about the law, doesn't care, he doesn't have his smart gun technology. But let me ask you a question. Their reason for bringing this smart gun technology into action is because they say it will save young people's lives for accidentally picking up a gun. Let me tell you something, Mr. Murphy. If that's the case, you know what the second leading cause of deaths for young kids in America was? Swimming pools, especially in New Jersey. So basically what happened is Loretta Weinberg pulled that section of the law out saying that all guns, but now they want each dealer to carry a smart gun deal. Okay, so having a smart gun technology is going to prevent gangbangers from going out on the streets and shooting people. Keep guns out of the hands of those suffering with mental illness. I think we can all agree that's probably what we want, but to what extent? Are you talking about somebody who's on Social Security and can't handle their own bills, they can't protect themselves? Is that what you're referring to? And I think what they'll do is if they get this passed, they'll extend it to anyone who's been diagnosed with anything. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Poor guy's gone to the VA one time and said, hey man, you know, I'm feeling pretty bad about things right now. Oh, bam, you're on the no gun list. All right, here's a really cool one that I really like. Tax gun sales to prevent violence. All gun sales should be subject to a tax that will fund law enforcement, drug treatment centers, and mental health services. Are you out your damn mind? And number one, how big a tax? If you're going to enact this thing, you're going to 25%, 50%? Are you going to make it impossible for some legal citizen who is legally capable of owning a firearm going out there and actually buying their guns. So you overtax the. That's what the British did to us. Taxation. You rule through taxation, New Jersey. All right, here's one of the biggest ones. Strengthen regulations on gun transfers. Phil Murphy would make it a crime to sell guns without conducting a mandatory background check and would require individuals, here's the kicker, to register their firearms kept in the state. He wants everyone to register your firearms. What's the big motto? Registration leads to confiscation, right? There you go. What they want to know is they want you to have to register your gun so that in the event that you so-called sell it or lose it, just like California, it becomes a crime if you don't report it within 2 weeks. And here's the deal. Guys, it's ludicrous. Do you think for 1 second, Mr. Murphy, yo man, I'm out there, I'm a thug. Shoot, man, dude, you need to register that gun. It's not, you got to register that. You're breaking the law. You think that they're going to do that? How's that going to help anyone? All right, here's another one kicker. Work with neighboring states to promote gun violence prevention. An estimated 80% of the guns involved in crimes in New Jersey come from out of state. No shit, because it's almost impossible to buy a gun in New Jersey already. As governor, Phil Murphy will engage partners in neighboring states to find common ground on gun violence prevention efforts. Well, all right, so I know Maryland's just as bad as you are. New York, they're oh my God, they're the epitome of horrible. Pennsylvania, you might get Philly to go along with you, but you will not get the rest of the state to go with it. And just for the record, guys, I actually live in North Carolina. I work in Pennsylvania, but I live in North Carolina. Last video, people thought that I actually lived in Massachusetts. I do not. All right, here's another one. He's going to direct the Attorney General to vigorously defend our gun laws. Governor Christie has allowed the Attorney General's office to relax enforcement gun safety laws, including the laws that prohibit illegally transporting guns into New Jersey from out of state. As governor, Phil Murphy would direct the Attorney General to vigorously defend and enforce our gun laws rather than to act as an agent of the NRA. What's actually funny is, do you think the NRA wants people to go out and illegally buy guns? No. When's the last time you heard a card-holding member of the NRA going out and doing a mass shooting? Never. Most of the time, an NRA member is going to be those people who are helping, are trying to protect themselves, and that's it. I'm not just. I know a lot of people have some ill thoughts about the NRA, and you know what? When it comes to legislation, where are you on the local battles? That's the big thing. Does that state not give you enough money? But the NRA, let's talk about this real quickly. When you gave up on the bump stocks and the compromise, what did you get in return for it? Did we get national reciprocity? Did we get the National Hearing Act? Did we get anything for it? What did you get back in your compromise for giving up on the bump stocks? I just want to know that. It's a compromise. Well, what did we get from that compromise? All right, moving on. Ammunition magazines, a ridiculous limitation of 10 rounds per magazine versus the already 15 rounds magazine limitation for rifles and pistols. 6-round limitation for shotguns. What I want to know is, what are you going to do with the mags that are already out there? Are you going to do like California and try to say that you have to destroy them or turn them in for destruction or take them out of state? Or are you going to try to do like Massachusetts is doing right now with the bump stock, saying you've got to turn them in for the destruction without compensation? This is what I want to know. Is it going to be grandfathered in? Do you think that 5 rounds is going to make a difference? Not only that, do you think a thug or a gangster, which is part of your crime prevention, is going to give 2 craps about your 5-round? I doubt they. Every single one of those guys got high capacity magazines, 30 or more. Or shall I say, regular. and here it goes. Murphy explains, if it could save just 1 life. Here's another one. Here's a bill that's entered by Senator Nia H. Gill. This would strengthen the state's current assault weapons ban by revising the definition of assault weapon to include rifles with detachable magazines and 1 military-style feature. 1 military-style feature in detachable magazine is now become an assault rifle. So that's it. All you gotta have is a detachable magazine, so guess what? You're right there with New York. You're gonna be having to have your mags pinned in there. You're gonna have to get rid of your handles, hand guards, muzzle brakes, that kind of thing. And it's semi-automatic pistols with 1 military-style feature. What pistol, what, I don't understand that one. That's every pistol out there. So what they're doing is they're going around They're they're going around their asshole to screw the normal person. But the funny thing is, what gangster do you know what is going to adhere to these stupid laws? This is a quote from Governor Murphy, New Jersey, and this is concerning the national reciprocity, or carry conceal. Right now, it's next to impossible to get carry conceal in the state of New Jersey. He wants to make it harder. Well, shit, no, what he wants to do is he wants to make it impossible, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why. New Jersey cannot and must not become part of the race to the bottom. What do you mean by that, guy? All right? That we're seeing across the country. Murphy said at a news conference in Trent alongside Attorney General Gerber Gruel, Senate President Stephen Sweeney, a Democrat from Gloucester, there already are too many guns in our streets, and simply adding more into the equation will not make us or our communities any safer. Even if we can save one life, it would be worth it. You know what the leading cause of death is in New Jersey? Heart disease. Tell you people to exercise. There you go. You make up the difference. So there's a guy named Dan Bryan. He was the governor's spokesperson. Over the last 2 years, Governor-elect Murphy has been clear that New Jersey will not be a part of the race to the bottom on concealed carry. Bryan said, as governor, he is committed to changing the state's current course on this issue. Our team is reviewing the regulations proposed and in place and properly plan the right way forward. The right way forward, according to that government, is no way. No. You're not going to be able to carry conceal. And you think that a gangster or a thug gives two craps? They don't. They're going to carry what they want. Why don't you focus on the laws and keep the thugs away from the guns versus the law-abiding citizen? I can't remember the last time a person who's gone through the trouble to get a CCW has gone out and done a mass shooting. Have you? I don't. Tell me if you know. I'm going to mention a couple good people, and I want you, if you can, I'll put their information down below. Scott Bach, Executive Director of the Association of New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Clubs. All right, quote, we've been trying to meet with Murphy for a year and a half, and so far he's refused all of our meetings. That's because he doesn't recognize you because you are pro-Second Amendment. He will not meet with you just because I'm not bothering people like you. I run this state now, not you the people, but the Democrats who are anti-gun. I don't know what kind of dialogue that is where you shut out the other side and see what it has to say. The U.S. Supreme Court may wind up the ultimate backstop, and that has become the case now. People are suing, they're taking these states to court. It's a true and definitive and our right to our Second Amendment. It's crazy. I'm getting a little worked up here. The right to carry is coming to New Jersey and is going to be dragged kicking and screaming into that era, and where they'll be forced to recognize the right of honest, trained, vetted citizens to defend themselves outside their homes. And he's right. When's the last time you saw somebody who had a CCW go out and commit a murder or commit a crime? It's an outrage that the same government that abandons its duty to keep us safe is also working to prevent us from protecting ourselves. Governor Murphy will have blood of more innocents like Carol Brown on his hands. And if anybody doesn't remember who Carol Brown is, she was a lady who went tried to get her CCW. She was held up, and in the interim waiting, her boyfriend stabbed her to death. So right now, you actually have to show that there is intent on your life or you are in imminent danger in order to get a CCW. Not just you have the right and you pass a background check and a mental background check, but you have to show that there is actual intent that somebody is after you. It's like you're guilty until proven innocent. And that's the way they are thinking about it. Lou Greenwald, the Assembly Majority Leader. Okay, so this is really cool. I want you guys to listen to this one. New Jersey has to be constantly vigilant to make sure that while we walk the line of protecting the Second Amendment, we don't allow abuses of these weapons to be exploited to turn from sport, I guess he has never heard of the Second Amendment, to the ability to do these mass massacres. He's using fear tactics in order to push his agenda. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, another good guy on our side, Alex Rubian, I guess, president of the New Jersey Second Amendment Society, said his group will continue to fight New Jersey's gun control laws in court. Rubian said they've successfully forced state police to turn over large portions of its guidelines in handling gun permit applications and got the state to drop the stun gun ban after filing a lawsuit. Kudos to you, sir. As people, we've seen our lawsuits as well as the lawsuits on a national level. People are prevailing and the Second Amendment is standing up in court. And that's the way it's going to happen, guys. Absolutely. Governor Murphy, be as exposed to danger to the citizens are every day. Disarm the state house. Get rid of your guns. We don't need them. You don't need them. And if you feel like you have a reason that you need them, then we need them. How is it fair that only the law enforcement in New Jersey can have guns and the citizens can't? Stephen Sweeney. Now this is a kicker, and I'm going to leave you guys with this one. Stephen Sweeney, Senate President. If someone wants to kill someone, normally they're going to do it. Unfortunately, he said, making it legal for everyone to carry a concealed weapons isn't an answer. What? Are you out of your damn mind? Go walk down in Camden, the middle of the street in the middle of the night. I guarantee you've got some type of protection. Swimming pools are the second leading cause of death for children between the ages of 1 and 4. Murder rate for children was up to the age of 17. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm fired up. This is how I get my day started. It's unbelievable. But I tell you what, I encourage everybody out there in New Jersey, please fight these things, man. Y'all are leading the way into the removal of our Second Amendment rights. And hopefully this works. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Support the red, white, and blue, because mine's sitting right there, as always, behind my desk. Bam. Let's go to Boy 32. I'm out of here. Take care.